Gameoration.
What is going on, guys? It's Taylor.
And it's your boy Dre.
Welcome back to another episode of Gameoration, where we talk about games and then we start before that we get some personal shit out of the way, like we always do. My personal stuff this week. What is one thing that because it happened to me, so I'm bringing it up. You go home from work, you go home, and what's one thing that would cause you to say, "Oh no, no fucking way"?
So I get home from work.
You go to your room. Nothing to do with your partner, like something with you. You say, "Oh no, no fucking way."
I mean, I'm not sure I understand the question, but
Like, what's something you would do? And you go, give me some things that you would do when you go.
like I said, like
entertainment wise, you go do something entertainment wise, and you press a button and it says, "Oh no, we cut the chase." You're obviously not getting what I'm saying.
yeah, because the best thing I can think of is like, shit, I left my keys at work or some shit.
No,
I've done that.
Oh, that's not good. No, so I
Drive
go
all the way back to fucking work. Just give
So
my keys.
on Tuesday, I go get home from work. I get up to go to work, right? And so I go to my computer, press a button, it turns on, turns off, and I'm like,
Okay, yeah, I've been through that.
no fucking way. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, that's weird. Did it just? Well, okay, I've checked the cords and everything. I'm doing the troubleshooting. Like in the morning, it's like 4:45. I'm leaving pretty soon to go to work. What's up?
Oh no, I'm gonna say so. This exact thing happened to me. But you're describing.
I'll tell you what
Okay.
like what the issue was. We find out. So, but I turn on, turn off, and then it turns on for like a minute. It gets a desktop. I can log in. Turns off. I'm like, fuck. So I turn on again. Turns off. Turns off. Turn on. Turn off. I'm like, that's weird. So I'm like,
All right, let me guess. Your fan or something that's part of your cooling system died, and your CPU is basically overheating and causing it to basically cut off.
that was actually it. Yeah. So I took a video of it.
That's why I make the big bucks, y'all.
That's right. I took a video because worst thing I'm like, fuck, like this is a built computer, right? It's not like
Yeah.
I didn't buy it from a store. I built it, whatever. Bought the parts separately. So I'm like, fuck, I don't like. There's so many things it could be.
Yeah.
And if you literally put computer turns on, turns off in Google, and then the AI answers is every single fucking part is listed there.
Yeah. So that's why I
And it's
tell
like,
people.
come on.
I hate people so much because I do this thing where I go online and I know it is like the biggest mistake of my life, and I have to do it, but you don't have to do it. Go online and say, "Hey, look, I'm having this problem." Blah 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 blah. And they go, "Did you Google it?" I'm like, I want to punch every person in the face that asks me that.
Yeah.
Because I even because people assume bad faith. Like, oh, you didn't Google it. Like, no,
You didn't.
I put in some work.
Yeah.
And Googling it, you get worse answers at Google because it's just all over the board. It's like, well, fuck, it could be basically say anything. That's why you have to talk to a person who knows these exact simp. Because you Google it, Google takes a very specific question
Yeah.
and makes it broad and ambiguous as possible to get the most answers. Because they're like, oh, you want a million different answers? Like, no, that doesn't help.
Yeah.
Unless you Google the exact wording of a web page that says the exact words in a sentence that are sequenced together, then it'll find that exact one. But if you don't, you're fucked.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so I'll take a video of it, and my friend at work helped me build it. So I'm like, I'm gonna take a video of it, and then I'll say, hey, can I say any second pair of eyes or ears? Let me know here. And then so I hear a zzz, hum, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, fuck, what is it? So I take a video, I turn it on, take a video, it turns off. Go to work with my friend. He's like, well, it could be this is this. He's all my fan over my processor died because the way you have it hooked up is a little fan over processor going to the little tubes to some fans at the top, blows out the hot air.
Yeah.
And then he's like, and I'm like, well, for a while, every time I turn my computer on, I hear a loud fan noise, and I thought it was my fan, my back fan going bad. I'm like, fuck, so I'll try to take it off. So eventually it stopped, it just stopped making noise. I'm like, oh, good, it fixed itself. It's always nice. And so now this happened. So he's like, well, check to see maybe take it to the fan that humming is coming over your processor. So I'm okay to go home, and I go ahead and I turn the computer on, and because it's been down all day, it's a little cool. And I'm like, maybe it fixes itself again. So turn on, turns off again. I'm like, fuck. So I turn on again, and I'm putting my ear close to it. I open the I have a tempered glass in front of it. You know.
Yeah.
Take the glass off, put my ear in. I'm like, where's the noise coming from? I check the fan. No. Put my ear over the processor fan, and that's making a noise. I'm like, okay, well, what's that then? He's like, oh, your motor probably went out in the fan. So that's why it's overheating. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, fuck. He's like, well, it's actually an easy. It's an easy fix, and it's also like it's the cheapest of the fucking one of the cheapest like things you can fix. I'm like, cool. So next day, we went to Micro Center. Found one, and I actually brought my computer to work.
And you know what's annoying about that?
What's up?
And I only know this because I know where you generally live.
Yes.
Micro Center is not fucking close.
but from my job, it's 5 minutes away.
Okay, because it is. Yeah,
no, I made sure to get to work. I'm like, oh fuck.
So I'll describe what I did. I know Micro Center is not fucking close.
No.
Radio Shack doesn't exist anymore. Fry's doesn't exist anymore.
No.
You know, any place that would basically have the parts you need doesn't exist anymore. Except there's one like hobbyist shop, and if you just fucking know where it is, it's out Westminster. But
yeah,
outside of that, yeah.
Even then, though, compared to where you and I live, like
and the hobby shop isn't close either, but yeah, it's still the closest. Drive. Yeah, it's annoying, but yeah, keep going.
Yeah, luckily, like it's literally like 5 minutes from my job, right? Yeah. It's like cool. So I'm all, and he's never been there. He's like, I watch YouTubers on Micro Center, but I've never been there. I'm like, well, fuck, let's go then. So next day we go. He finds one that like will fit. He's like, well, I got a 2-fan little thing. So we found one that has like a digital display in the front. Like, okay, that's fancy. And I'm all cool, get that. So I'm all cool. So you can install it. I think I do my work, and I'll buy you lunch. He's like, okay. So my computer's at work. He brought it, went to get the taco for him because he likes El Taco, and then went out and he installed it for me. I'm like, cool. But apparently, what I didn't know is because he built my computer and everything for me and helped me get all of that together. Stupid me, I wasn't familiar with this case apparently, even though it's mine for a couple years.
Yeah,
I can pop off the front and the side, and there's like vents everywhere, and like there's like screens. He's like, it's a dirty ass computer. I'm like, I've been cleaning it with the index. Like you clean the back fans and the top and the side fans, but he's all at the bottom though, and the vents in the bottom they're all they're caked in. The front panel was every single hole was full of dust. He's like, you can't even see the fucking vents anymore. Like, and I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, so he did it. I'm like, oh, you can actually see it. I'm like, you can see the fans. He's like, yes, you can see the fans. You're supposed to see. He's like, it's a nice case that we picked out for you. So when I put it together, you're supposed to see like it's all RGB and shit, and it has like lights.
There's a thing about that. Is exactly like you buy a computer or you build a computer for someone that's not super. I mean, I'm not saying you're not familiar, but like,
no, you call me dumb. It's so many words.
But like, if I give a computer to my mom, I don't expect her to ever fucking dust that thing.
Yeah.
I expect her to one day, maybe I'm going to show up at the house and it's going to be filled with
dust. In dust and
and I'm going to have to clean it. Like, it's just how I expected. Yeah.
But I did do that. And then we put things in. He's like, hey, is that an Elgato capture card? He's like, you can move this up towards your graphics, because I have like a 9080 Ti or something. I forget what it's called. A graphics card. And then I'm like, well, I don't want to put anything close to the graphics card because I'm always afraid of moving it and fucking something up. Like, it's a big fucking heavy shit, right?
Yeah.
And then you move one thing in the little the PCI like slot chips off, and you're fucked. Get another one. And he's like, no, you should be fine. So I moved it, and he moved it, and it did better. Apparently, now I can do 4K on my Elgato, but except my monitor's not 4K. It's only 2. It's like 1440. But took it home. After we installed it, we used go outside. We got the duster, and like we were cleaning the whole case out, and there's fucking dust bunnies galore. And I felt better. I'm like, cool. So I went home. I moved one fan from the back to the top fan because it wasn't going properly.
Yeah.
It turns out there's the connector from the fans to the power. I guess one of those power slots were bad, and there were like 4 extra ones. So I used another one, and it worked just fine. I'm like, cool.
Okay.
But I was like, cool. Everything's looking good. I cleaned it out. It does it. Now is a fucking test of all tests because we tested it at work with nothing plugged into it, just like a USB keyboard. And I'm like, okay, well, it turns on. It was on for like 10 minutes. It didn't turn off. Cool. It was reading like 105 whatever degrees. And it has a digital light number, and next to it has a little like up and down like like this orange, red, then fucking like you're gonna blow up shit. Yeah. And it was staying in the down at the bottom. So I'm like, cool. So it's staying cool as it should be. Thermal paste is back on there, all good. So took it home, turn it on, working good. I'm like, cool. That's it. Like. It was very imperative. Like I had that because one, I work from home. Like one day a week, I work from home, so I do use my computer. I can work from my laptop, but my laptop's older, and working from one screen when you used to have 3 screens it's a downgrade trying to juggle everything. And then also like for the stuff we do, like I edit the videos we have here, and I do stuff upload to YouTube, and I do the other stuff. I'm like, god damn, like I have so many things I need to do, so I was kind of worried about that, but luckily I got it fixed. So yeah, that was my big oh shit moment of like.
Yeah, I mean, I had something very similar happen to me in the past, probably maybe 2 years, where my computer, very similar situation, but my computer would not come on.
Oh.
Regardless what I would do, come on. But, I mean, similar issue, but my computer was built, and it was built very compactly, water cooled wise.
Oh.
The problem I realized is the water cooling was not moving it. Like the water had gunked up so much that it was just frozen.
Yeesh.
So like it wasn't like circulating through the system. And no, it just gunked up. Like over time, like it was creating all these little particles. And I would replace the water cooling.
Was it just the hoses or?
No, so if you would took off a hose with the quote unquote water still in it, it would just break. Like if you folded it, like so the water, the coolant had gunked up so bad that it wasn't moving anymore. Oh. It was basically like a clogged artery.
Bypassing your computer.
Yeah, and there was nothing I could do because I had the whole system was built with this in there. Mm-hmm. I had to. Okay, basically what I ended up doing was I ended up driving to Micro Center, which again is not fucking close.
No,
but
you went to one I went to.
Yeah, no, there's only one in California.
Oh no shit, huh? Sorry. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I know that. You say I went to Micro Center, like, oh god, this is like, there's no computer stores anymore. No. They all died off. And like some Best Buy has like some parts, but if you're like building a computer, they don't have all the parts. They have the CPU, GPU, maybe. Fry's had way more. Actually, Fry's had all the parts, but that doesn't exist anymore, right? So you go down there.
They're all gone.
But so my computer, same thing. I work sometimes from home. And then all my hobbies are basically connected to this computer.
Yeah.
Whether big or small, like even like me just watching fucking media, I use my computer, right? So it was like with this computer that died, there was nothing I could do.
Yeah.
So I had to call in sick to work, like, hey, because there's nothing I can do, right? It's like legitimately like this is becoming an important part of my life.
It's a major impact in your life. Yeah.
So it's like I had to call in sick to work. That morning, drove down to Micro Center. I took my computer, and I didn't really know what I was going to do because
How many years ago was this by chance?
This was at best 2 years.
Okay.
I mean, at most, it might have even been last year. Because so my computer was basically, so this is like a super custom case. Mm-hmm. I actually like this case a lot, but it was super custom, and the water cooling system was super custom. And because it wasn't working, because I'm like at such a time because the water cooling system I built was custom built for the GPU, CPU, and it was built for the case. Yeah. To get this to work, it took me weeks to get all those parts, very specifically parts. Now that they're gunked up, they don't just have those parts.
Really
available? Yeah. So I was like, option A is me buy all the parts, wait a couple weeks, and just have nothing for weeks.
No go.
Yeah, so I brought my computer. I took the whole computer, had it in the backseat of my car, brought the parts I really needed. So it was the GPU, it was a new GPU because, like I said, the old GPU, it was old for one, but two, the water plate was custom built for that. Oh. So I had to get a new GPU because I'm not going to be able to get one, and I don't have the fans anymore because I'm pretty sure I tossed them.
Yeah.
So I had to get a new GPU. A new CPU fan, and then because it was a custom built PC with very custom sizing, I had to buy a new fucking case too.
Jesus.
And then after that,
motherboard too or no?
Motherboard is fine. Yeah, motherboard is fine. Memory is fine. It was just mostly the case, GPU, and cooling system. Ultimately, I had to buy a whole new cooling system.
Yeah.
And I had my screwdrivers, and I fucking rebuilt my computer in the fucking parking lot because it was like, otherwise, what am I gonna do, right? Yeah. So I wasn't, because all that, and I wasn't sure if it was gonna come back up because it wasn't coming on at all at that point. Yeah. It was not doing it, and I suspected it was a cooling system, but I wasn't 100% certain because when I hit the power, nothing would happen, and I did all the basic troubleshooting, and regardless what I did. Yeah.
I panicked as fuck.
Yeah. No, I panicked. It was like, well, fuck, if I don't get this done, there's like a lot of stuff I do on the computer. Like I run websites, some websites. I run some like other like random videos, and we were editing videos back and forth. And you're like, all that's just like a done deal.
Yeah.
And I'm basically useless outside of like driving people because I have a car still, right? Basically, I could switch my life to Uber. No. So I built this in the parking lot. So I like took all the parts and building in the parking, because what I didn't want to happen was I go home, put it all back together, like shit, I need this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
And drive back down.
Jesus Christ.
Like back down to Tustin. So I built this computer, and people were probably looking at me fucking weird, like what the fuck is that guy? Because I'm telling you, I was in my pajamas because when it happened,
you're in the
I
jams.
kind of like panicked, panic, like fuck, what am I going to do?
Exactly how I felt.
So like I had like maybe like shorts on, like swimming trunks, because sometimes I have swimming trunks when I'm around the house.
Yeah.
And like a t-shirt or some shit, but I was not like dressed in like regular clothes. So there's a dude in the back of the parking lot taking apart a computer, like, and like I'm putting cardboard down so it doesn't too dirty, but like I'm still moving on the parts over.
Were you on the floor on the floor, or were you on your back seat?
No, my car was a smaller car back then, so I didn't have any
Wasn't that your
space.
truck? Was it?
Huh?
Not the cube.
Yeah, it was cute. Yeah.
Okay.
So then I was basically doing it on the ground.
Okay.
And I was like moving all the parts over, 'cause the whole thing has to go, right?
Yeah.
I'm moving that over and move the fans over, like screwing them all in, and then you move all that. Because the memory and CPU were fine, I mostly just let that and like kind of outside of like cleaning them off. And I basically rebuilt the computer, water cooler. Luckily, when I tried it, it came on.
Nice.
That's what all I needed.
But you built it there, but tried it at home.
No, I tried it in the parking lot. I found a plug somewhere.
Oh, nice.
Like went around like. So if you go around buildings, I've actually done this quite a few times. Yeah, you look around a building, there will sometimes have an outlet available. I probably could.
If you need to charge your phone, you can find some random building.
No, exactly. So when I first got my electric car, I only had 90 miles to the tank. And one time I went dead, and I was not near a charging station, but I had the charger, and it just couldn't plug into any outlet. Found a building, circular until I found it one, pushed the car towards that one, and plugged it in. So I know that this is like any building you go to, sometimes, and it's not always, you just get lucky. If you circle the building, look at all the walls, lights, sockets, they'll sometimes have something you can plug into.
Nice.
But it's not, like I said, not always. So I found something like that, hit the power button, it came on. I didn't have any like monitor attached to it. I just needed to know that it would come to fuck on. Yeah. Which it did. But yeah, this was desperate. Like I drove down there and I was buying parts. Would go back in, buy another part. I was like, okay, I have this and these screws, these screws, this. I need some fluid and we'll right back.
How long were you there?
It was like 2 hours.
Jesus Christ.
And this was like, I put everything on a credit card. Like I didn't know if I had the money in my bank, but it was like, if I don't get this back up, I'm just fucked for a while. Yeah. So I just put it all on credit card and I was just buying parts, and I was like, I don't care how much it costs because I can deal with that later. It was like basically an emergency. And all intended purpose was an emergency to me. So I was like, yeah. So like I said, I just built a computer, and it was like a surreal experience because like it was like I was like, shit, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life, man. I mean, like, no, it'd be like almost like if I don't get this done, I'm going to jail, I'm going to prison. They're gonna fire me. My wife's gonna leave me. My dad's gonna disown me. Like
every scenario is going through your head.
Yeah. I'm going to hell. Jesus is going to
logic or not. It's still it went through your head. They started like
that's how it really felt. Like all my friends are gonna make fun of me, hate me. I'm gonna lose my job. I'm gonna use my family.
I'm gonna live in my car.
I'm gonna be homeless. That's what I had. Like legitimately felt like that morning. That's why I gotta get this done right now. Like I can't. Like my friends or like my family. It's Friday. They're gonna kill my mom or like that's what it felt like. Like legitimately that morning. So I like said just put some shorts on, a t-shirt, drove down to Micro Center and was in the back and was just like taking apart. And I was like had a bunch of paper towels too, like because it was the, as I mentioned, like the water cooling thing, like it broke, but there was still like some liquid in there, so I had to keep like angling it so I could take parts apart without
the water more special work.
Yeah. And so I had to like
ruin something else,
drain it into like the side, like the parking line. It was a weird, surreal experience. And I had brought all my tools. Like I just grabbed all my drills and my tools and threw them in a car. And I'm like just into this dude like there's some swing trunks and like a t-shirt in the back. Just taking apart computers.
But it worked. You got it working.
Yeah, I got it working, and it worked fine. Like I said, I found a plug, and turned it on, and I didn't.
Still working.
Oh yeah, still working fine, and I actually like it. And yeah, you reminded me I needed to dust it down, and I'm really good about that. I'm like dusting my shit, and I even like go between vents to like have like a bunch of air cans. So I've been trying to find a reusable one's good, and I haven't found one yet. But these little cans where you spray it down, I do that quite often. I turn my fans on and like open the windows and spray it down like every month because it gets. I don't know why.
I do it outside.
But Long Beach is like really dusty. The Long Beach and like greater Long Beach area is really dusty.
Right from the seaweed, like the seaweed, but the sea and the stuff and the air coming in.
But like, if you ever noticed like your car, because you used to live in Long Beach, right? You had to like wash your car a lot or some shit. It's just like it was always dusty. It's like I just feel like there's like this extra layer of dust where you just swim around in.
I still think it's sand from like the beach.
It could be.
It gets crazy.
I just noticed that it is so dusty. Like I dust off shit like almost seems like weekly. Like what the fuck? How's it so dusty again? And like I don't know. Maybe it's just the Long Beach, Southern California thing. But yeah. So I quite dust my computer quite often. But yeah, after that it was fine. Actually, this must have been going on for a while because I had a heat sensor on my computer before.
Yeah.
And it was always like at this heat. And like it was like always kind of like mid-ish, high-ish.
Yeah.
But once I got this new system, it's like always low. I'm like, oh damn, it must have been gooking up, and I just didn't realize it because I was replacing the fluent and it seemed to be working fine. But once it finally stopped, and I was like, damn. But yeah,
scary. So
exact same experience you had, I have had, but it felt like the world was collapsing.
You know, I felt the same way. Yeah, I was at work. Like, luckily, like this is the first week back in the office. Like work wise, like a full work week.
Yeah. And
like, things haven't been ramped up, so I took care of my work in the morning when I first got there. The whole day, I sit there and like worry about it. I'm like, what's gonna happen? What do I do?
And I remember one of the ways I found it. I took one of the tubes and I was like blowing it in as hard as I want because like I didn't know what was the problem for like a longest time, and it just wasn't going through. I was like, oh shit, it just clogged up to a point where it's not even moving anymore.
Is there anything you can put in there to prevent that?
You're supposed to. I don't do this. All right, I would.
But maybe you should.
Yeah, probably should have been doing it. But you're supposed to. You're supposed to take off these parts and then like clean them,
like flush them.
Yeah, flush them and actually like clean them every now and then. I never did that. I did flush them every now and then, like take all the fluid and like drain it.
Yeah.
And put in new fluid, but I would never properly like take these parts and clean them. And it is it's not even an easy thing to do. Like it is like you have to take like a special screwdriver, unscrew it, and if you never take it apart a watch that has like have you done it?
Oh Jesus!
Like seals and shit. Yeah. It is basically like once you do this, if you don't do it carefully, you'll just fucking kill it. So I just never did it. And it just came back to haunt me. Well, came back to haunt me like 5 years later. So
still, Jesus Christ.
But yeah. But now I bought like because this was a custom liquid build, I was like, I can't do this again. I'm not looking forward. So I bought a all-in-one.
Okay.
That way, if that shit dies, I'm just gonna replace it.
The whole one, yeah.
Because the custom I would have to replace.
Yeah, mine was all-in-one as well.
Yeah, like I had to replace like the water reservoir, the part like you don't know what's dead, so it's like all these is like fuck. I'm just gonna go with the all-in-one.
Yep.
Oh man, that was reliving that in my head right now. It was like
that traumatic experience for both of us.
Because it was definitely like one of the like I hate to sound dramatic, but at that time it felt like one of the worst days of my life. It was like because I drove down there.
But the computer, you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what part it is, and you don't know where to start.
And you don't know what the cost is going to be. Like because if I had so I don't know if all the data is still there, right? All that stuff in my hard drive might still be dead. I may never see it again. 2, I don't know how it's going to cost. 3, again, it wasn't close. That's why I built it in the parking lot. Because driving back, I think from my place to the Micro Center is like an hour, like a little bit depending on traffic, like 45 minutes to like an hour and a half drive. Mm-hmm. I wasn't driving back home just to drive back again.
Oh, shit.
So it was like everything that could go wrong had went wrong. But luckily fixing it was fine because it could have just not turned back on and I would have to rebuild and buy new. I would have kept just buying parts until it came back on.
Until you brought a whole new computer.
Yeah. And then like, again, this is like doing surgery in the parking lot. So, like your hands are dirty. So I'm constantly like cleaning my hands and trying to like.
Too, getting nervous.
Yeah. And like trying to taking the CPU off and like making sure it's clean and like making sure I don't get any gunk and dirt and like the memory. And it's like, this is just like the worst I could possibly do this in. But it's just, they do have a PC building. I probably just should have asked. Well,
so I did that at first. I'm like, okay, I'll go to Micro Center and I'll have them diagnose it and I was like, whatever they find, I'll pay for it, right? And they're like, oh, well, first available is on Friday. I'm like, fuck.
Bitch, I'm here now. Friday. It's right the fuck here.
I'm like, no fucking way. I'm like, Jesus, that's not like, let's just fucking try it.
Okay, I'm glad I didn't bother asking because then I would have been mad too. Like, what the fuck you mean Friday? Bitch, my computer died today and it's right here. And I could do. I just need you. You have the tools. Like, let me just fucking do myself. I'm glad I didn't have to do it.
Let me back there.
Yeah, yeah. I remember shit. Yeah, man. Thanks for the PTSD shit.
Trigger warning.
When I get home, I'm gonna like fucking dust down my computer again.
Your computer and cry a little share. Thank you for still working.
Yeah, and I bought the computer I bought has fans in the front vent in the middle. What I wanted, I was hoping that was like a conductive, so I can like attach it to the heater so I can use it as a separate cooling, but it doesn't work that way. But it still has fans, and like I made sure that this one has more ventilation. My last one had a lot of ventilation, but because it was so compact, it had hard drives blocking where the ventilation would technically be. So it was still ventilated, but it was just not as ventilated. So I bought sadly a bigger because the reason I bought this computer case specifically was like I can take a ATX like full size and fit it in there and like kind of crunch everything where it fit, and like this was like a case I could put on it, and that's why I liked it. But it was like super compact. That's why taking it apart and the water cooling was like such a delicate task because again, water and then. But I'm surprised when I look back on it how much I got into this computer because I had to buy a bigger case because there was no way I was going to redo that in the parking lot. But yeah, I'm happy with it. Yeah.
So
all right, I need to go cry now.
So let's go into happier news. A topic for this topic, a gaming topic. So another question for you, hopefully is a little easier for you. What's one thing that we have talked about and discussed, and you've actually given it a name, but what's a feature that you wish most of all games had, like that have readily available once you're playing?
Beyond the this way stupid feature.
There you go. There you go.
It was like
this way stupid feature.
Yeah, and
this way stupid button.
Some games. So I've been playing Blueprints. That game is in need of a this way stupid because that game is designed to be like a giant escape room.
Yeah.
But if you have a this way stupid feature, it kind of almost ruins the game in some way because that game is. So I've been playing it, right?
Yeah.
And beating the game is beyond complicated, right?
Yeah.
There's like 3 layers of beating this game I've learned, and I've only learned this recently because I'm at a point where like, man, I got the goal of this game, but clearly I'm missing a lot of things. So I looked it up online, and it was like, oh, I haven't done shit. Apparently, it was like.
Escape the surface.
Do you remember Castle? Have you played Castlevania Symphony of the Night?
That's the one where you go upside down castle? Yes.
It was like that.
Yeah.
Except for it was like I hadn't even gotten to Dracula. It was like, oh, you beat that. That's not even a real game. It's like there's this other game here.
It's a preamble.
And then on top of that, there's another game you miss. And I was just like, what the fuck? So I looked it up because I'm like, man, I'm stuck at this part and I can't figure out what to do. And like, oh, this. It's just how you beat that part. And I'm like, wait, fuck, I haven't got none of that. And then it was like, oh, and then when you get that, you get the real this. And it was like, wait, what? And then you get the real. I was like, I was just like mind blown. I was like, holy shit. Like, I barely skimmed the surface. Mm-hmm. So if you had that in that feature of that game, it would just kill it. But there's some games, I forget, like, specifically the time I remember the absolute most was a game called Final Fantasy VII. I got stuck in the train graveyard for what felt like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And it only to realize I actually called my friend. I was like, man, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like I'm just running around in circles. He's like, oh, have you jumped in the train yet? Like I was like, wait, jumped in a train? Jump in these trains? And then once I got that, you could like move the train and then like it creates like a new path.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And like for 3 hours, like this area should take more than like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I was there for 3 hours, and then by that time, like all
level up and shit.
But no, all my character, I ran out of items, and like I'm at the point where like if my character dies, he's just dead.
Yeah.
Like I can't, like I use all my health potions, all my revive, all my magic points. Like I survived it,
but like fumes.
But yeah, we staggered out of there. And like, if they would have just told me like, oh no, you can just do this, it would have saved me 3 hours and a call to my friend. Like he hadn't told me that, I would just die and just be like, yeah, I just would have never finished Final Fantasy VII at that point. So yeah.
So I am playing Clear Obscure, and I got to a point where I was in this area, this big cave area, and there's no map when you go into an area, right? Like he goes free, it's open world. Then you go to these areas, and he has his own little simple state, like little contained little open area. And there's no markers to where you go. There's no map of where you go. So you're just walking around aimlessly. There are enemies you can see, you can avoid. It's not random battle. You can actually see the enemies. You can avoid them if you want them. But I'm going through and I'm like, fuck, where do I go? I keep going back and forth, back and forth, and I keep going online like, oh, go here. I'm like, where is there? I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, and in fact, because the cave looks exactly the same everywhere you go. The way it's completed, I'm like, I think I've been there. And it's like, oh, I've been here. You do this. I'm like, no, I know I've been there because I did that puzzle, and I did that puzzle, completed it. So yeah, from here, go here. I'm like, I went back there. I'm watching the videos. I'm going through. I'm playing. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I was literally there for an hour and a half in this cave, and like, oh, all you do is like, finally I got somewhere with like better lighting, and then like, oh, from here, make left. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I went there, made left, and there's a whole new path. I'm like, where the fuck was that path at?
We had played some like Japanese like horror game. It was like that too. And
we were just going the one with the camera, right?
Back and forth, like, what the fuck are we supposed to do? And it was like, oh, you're supposed to use a camera on the front door, and it was past, like, but it wasn't obvious. We did like we were running around that for like, wait, what the fuck are we supposed to do?
Oh, same thing with the same game with the 3 candle puzzle.
No, yeah, it was the same game. We had the crazy thing about that was we had did exactly the same thing like 5 times, and then one time it just worked.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait, because like we were like, okay, we can't figure it out. We looked it up online.
Yeah,
like, and they were like, well, we did this. We did that. We did that exact same thing. And then we did it again and just like worked. It was like, wait, what? We did that.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
It was fucking annoying.
It's like we had solved the puzzle the way the puzzle was laid out, and it was like I almost think it's like we just didn't position right or something like.
Yeah,
because I forget what was right, but it was like we were trying different.
You had to get all 3 candles in the right angle of the camera, and then it would just appear. The monster would appear.
But we had did that because like the puzzle we saw, it was like, oh, maybe if we do this, it'll work, and we had did that, and it was like, huh, maybe. So then you doubting yourself, like, okay, well maybe it's not that, maybe it's something else. So we're like trying all these other things.
Yeah.
Then it's like, no, the thing you did, it was that, and you just need to fucking do it right, I guess. And I was like, all right, but we did that, and then like it finally worked. We're like, yeah, I remember that. And that's one of those things where it's like, how was we supposed to figure? And there was another game we played, and it was very similar where we were like in I don't remember.
In space? Was it the?
No, it wasn't space. It was like we were like near a farm kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
We were like. It was like we looked it up. It's like, oh, just find the tree house. It was like, where the fuck's the tree? We were walking around that for like hours.
That's one where we had to find the part was in the top of the chandelier, the second floor. Like, who the fuck would look there?
Yeah, and it's just like these things aren't like. Sometimes they'll have clues that are obvious, like like if you sometimes it's even cultural. We're like, oh yeah, if you know this word, I mean, like another phrase for this word is chandelier. And like, if you don't fucking know that, you'd be like, I'm looking around. It's like, oh, did you look this? It's like, yeah, no, and that's why you need like a hint button or like a this way stupid button, because like sometimes it's just not like you're at a point where it's not even about your intelligence. It's like I just didn't look in that exact way, or like the brightness of your team would just like be different. Cause like I've been playing Blueprints, right?
Yeah,
and I'm at the point where I'm just googling shit now because. This game is so like heavy, and people who play Blueprints know that this game's so heavy, and it's like Myst squared, tripled inside of itself, and then thrown into like a roulette table, right? So I just like sometimes once I get the puzzle and I'm like, okay, I don't feel like actually trying to solve this shit. I'm just gonna look it up online.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Because it's like, okay, I understand the puzzle, like. This is a cipher for this and these letters, but I'm not doing all this shit. I've done the hard part. Now, like if I actually did right, like you know, like you like take that thing, you write down the letters, and you're like, I'm not doing that shit. Like I figured it out. It's that, and I'm just gonna find who someone else has already done it.
Yeah,
I did that shit a lot. But there was this one puzzle. Like I legit went online. Like I'm stuck. What the fuck I'm supposed to do? Like I've looked at videos. Like but the problem is there's so many different things. Like looking at a video might not even help you.
Yeah.
So like they're like, oh, you should notice these bold letters on this thing, and I looked it up. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? So then what I did was specifically music sheets, and this is a spoiler.
Yeah.
Has a bold word in every one of them. I'm playing like a tablet, and so I don't even notice the words bold. Everything's written small. And when you fucking blow it up on a computer screen, it's like, oh yeah, it's obvious, it's that. But I can't see that in my tablet. So I would have never saw that. Someone had just pointed it out to me online, and it's like, it's just like, so I would have never got that because again, on my screen, everything looks so small anyway. That these bold words would not have stood out to me. And I found these. They're like, "Oh, did you find the music?" She's like, "Yeah, I found those days ago. I don't get what is it." So I went back and like he says, "Oh, just look at them." So I went back to my game and I was looking at him like, I still don't get what I'm supposed to see. And then I finally fucking Googled it.
Yeah.
And so every time I have a problem now, I get to fucking Google it because the amount of time and effort built into trying to figure it out manually, it's just not working out. So yeah. Nah.
So I went online and I'm like, let me look back and see what games had a this way stupid button or form or something that help you out, right? So
I know one of them. It was the original Dead Space.
Yeah, that's
They had a game where you had a button where it was like R2 or R3 or
locator
whatever.
button, yeah.
And you hit it, it actually drew a path
and tell you where to go.
Yeah, I was like, it's perfect.
So there are two games here that have I looked at the past 10 years, right? So there are two games, and they both come out the same year. Dead Space is one of them, 2023. The other one was Hogwarts Legacy. If you press the D-pad up, you'd have the golden trail would appear.
Dead Space didn't come out in 2023. The remake came out in 2023, but the original game was like, I don't know, probably 2012 or 2013. But it did have that.
I did 10 years. So
okay.
US one.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Hogwarts Legacy is called the golden trail, which it tells you where to go.
That's good.
Now the next one, that's the actual one that tells you the trail. It actually shows you the trail, like you mentioned. The next group of games, not very many, sadly. But you can something to know about. It just point me in the right direction. You know, wind, compass, orientation, something, right?
Yeah.
First one is Ghost of Tsushima. The touchpad swipe up, and you have the guiding. If you swipe up on the touchpad, a guiding wind will tell you which way to go. So in case you know that. Next one, when you're playing Death Stranding, hold L1. The compass will pop up. If you hold L1 over Death Stranding, the compass will pop up, and it'll show you destination on where to go.
Okay, yeah, I think so.
Red Dead Redemption 2, hold down the D-pad, and temporary it will tell you like what the objective is and where to go.
Yeah.
Zelda Breath of the Wild, use the scope after quest to look, guidance, like via the compass, bearings, and then Tears of the Kingdom, same idea, same thing. Look at the compass, tell you where to go. Next one is highlights, reveals the objective. You can scan, cerebral vision, whatever. Marvel Spider-Man, R3 to scan. Spider-Man 2, again, Shadow of the Tomb Raider has survival instincts. If you can highlight the objective or whatever you can see. Same thing, Rise of the Tomb Raider has survival instincts. Same thing, you can light up the screen and see what he did. Assassin's Creed, Creed Valhalla has Odin Sight. It will also reveal something. So also those are all Ubisoft games. And last one is A Quiet Place, like based on the game. They have a dedicated show objective input hint system available, there. That's it though. There's not many games in the past 10 years that have had that option, which
and people there's this talk in general, like people think making games more accessible / is easier they think it's like baby shit. Like they don't want you to make a game
baby games,
easy.
I think.
And I think that's like it's all about choice. Like there's like I said, there's at some point the game comes to a screeching halt because you just can't figure something out or you just can't do something. And I don't think you should at that point it feels almost like gatekeeping a game because like I said, I enjoy games and like sometimes it's just like I just don't get it. Right? Like, I went through the story, I listed all the hints, I've solved the puzzle, or maybe I did and I simply do not get it. And I will gladly admit that like sometimes I just don't understand or I'm not good enough to do X thing, or like there's a point where I just hit a break wall and I'm like, look, I don't know, what am I supposed to do? like just tell me so I can progress. It'd be like,
move on,
it'd be like if you're watching
enjoy the game.
Yeah, if you're like watching a movie and not suddenly you're stopped at one point and it's like, look, you're gonna have to just get me the next because I don't get what I'm supposed to do to finish this movie. It's just like And I remember, some games are just like just like that. It was like I remember playing. These are like Japanese games called Star Ocean. I remember I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do this one game for like
I am the same
a long way, and I had to look it up online. And it is the most non-obvious thing I was supposed to do, which was next to the cave entrance. If you go around the side and like push against the wall, there's a hidden cave entrance there, but it's not visible. You have to do that that exact tactic.
Yeah.
And you'll find the entrance to the hidden cave. And I was like, there's no way I would have ever done that.
I mean, it was, but we did do it. Was there a marker popped up? Was it a press?
No, it would be like if you were putting against terrain, all of a sudden, as if a door was there, it changed to like somewhere else. It was like, there's not like, someone had, so in the conversation that I was having, someone had mentioned that there was a hidden entrance to the cave. And they might have even said where it was, and I just don't remember, right?
Yeah.
And like, typically when you go to like a city, there's like 14 people to talk to.
Yeah.
I guess I could go re-talk to everybody and maybe try to figure it out, but it was just like I was running back and forth, and I was like, I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. And it's one of those annoying things where like running back to the town, you have to fight 3 hidden battles, and you run back and you fight them again. And it's just like, what am I missing? And it's just like, oh, duh. It was not even duh. It's just like I would have never in my life. Like I said, had I not walked up to that video and watched it, I would just said, "Fuck, I'm done. Game over."
And that's what. I completely understand because that's happened. Like I'll play Star Ocean as well. I think the last Star Ocean I played was Star Ocean 2. It was on PS2. It was on PS2. It was like Right or something. I remember playing that, but that was one of those games where like it was games that I would like hey, this is a recap or like, hey, you've been gone for like a month for whatever reason. Welcome back, and like, what the fuck am I? It's like me watching certain anime. Like I'll leave an anime and come back, and I'll be like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what is your motivation? What are you doing? I forgot what you were doing, where you were going, and why you act this way. Same thing with games. Like, you start a game, you're in the middle of fucking this weird area with these things around, and you're like, where do I go? Where was I going? You try to like go back to your mind, like, at this moment I was playing last time, what was I doing? So
I had this exact experience with Metal Gear Solid, not Phantom Pain. Or no, Phantom Pains.
Yeah.
Not Ground Zero. Phantom Pains, I restarted that game legitimately 3 times because there was such large breaks when I would play it again.
Yeah.
Because like I don't remember one, I don't remember any of the controls. So
yeah, that's
like,
you as well.
Like moving around, it's like, okay, this is not feeling right, and I can't remember what any of these buttons do. So I had to restart the game because, and if you know Metal Gear Solid's Phantom Pains, the beginning of Phantom Pains is like a 45-minute unskippable cutscene.
Doing it in the hospital, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to go that again, and then eventually you come out and they give you like some controls. So I did that again, and then like there was like another like 2 months where I hadn't played it again, so I had to do it again. And I was like, and by that time I got halfway through the beginning. I was like, I'm over it. I'm just gonna look this up online and see what happens.
Yeah, and
I just can't play.
That should suck in theory for the developer and everything, because they want you to complete the game. They put the work into it. They want you to complete the game, but if they're stuck somewhere, I mean, there's not like a helpline to call anymore for for doing this. And same thing with Clear Obscure. I was playing, so I came back from Clear Obscure not too long ago. So I took a long break from it.
Yeah.
And then I kept. There's a way you can dodge and parry attacks, which is cool. I like that. So I was getting pretty good at parrying, but there's one attack, the little yellow thing will pop up, and I couldn't parry it or dodge. I'm like, what the fuck? I looked it up, and they're like, well, that means jump. And like, you're supposed to learn. Like, it tells you to jump in the beginning of the game. I'm like, that was fucking so long ago. I forgot that it said that. So like so for Xbox, like R1 is to parry, A is to dodge, and like I guess L1 is to jump. Or something, I forget.
So that's why one of the new Final Fantasy Rebirths actually has it like you can go back to the tutorial section and look everything up they ever told you. Like, this does this does, like they have the basic features, the medium features, and the advanced features.
Yeah.
And how this works with this, and how they like every little bit of the game you can go back through, like something you've forgotten. Like if you don't have like a this way stew button, you should have something like that where it's like, okay, this is clear explanation of how you do all these things.
Cliff
yeah. And then like they even have it where like you can kind of quote unquote go through your objectives, where it's like this is the mission, this is the mission you haven't completed that way. So you have like a clear idea of what you're supposed to do or what they or what's the expectations? Like, yeah, games that are get so big, at some point, if you're not like just doing it like reading a book, like if you just read a book and like, you know, put a bookmark in it and came back like the next day, but like if you come back years later and like it doesn't have that bookmark, you're like, shit, I don't remember what it was. So you end up like kind of rereading things, but then like you'll get to a point like, wait, who's that character? I don't remember. It's like it gets confusing. So yeah.
Yeah. One thing I will say with clear ups here, I do like is that press the pause button and within the level it'll tell you like what you need to do. But when you leave that level and you're back in the main open world, you can get camp out at places. And when you go to the campfire, it says one of the options is remember your current objective. If you go click on it, it will tell you what your current especially where you're going next.
I remember in Final Fantasy 15, I got lost for a while because I was supposed to go to a base.
Yeah.
And I think I just looked it up online because it was like
you're out there cooking.
Yeah, I was cooking. I was running around and like they kept describing I was supposed to head to this base, and I guess I just didn't understand that. And like, because all the bases look the same and feel the same, it was like, oh, they're actually all stationed up at this very north base, and it was just like, yeah, and it's just frustrating because yeah, you want to play the game, you're playing the game, and you're just like, oh, I just don't understand.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because again, there is no helpline to call. I mean, who do you call? Your helpline is online, and then you get they berated for like asking online.
Asking a question like you look
it's in the instructions, idiot. Like, well, fuck, like.
Luckily though, when you ask something online about blueprints, people understand. Like, yeah, we get it. Yeah, this game it's not super straightforward. We understand. So blueprints, if the online community is, yeah. Like and like their games like filled with spoilers. So every time someone will spoil, what they'll do is they'll first hint, like a basic hint, like something a lot of people on the blueprints Reddit forum, they will hint at the hint you should have seen.
Yeah.
They won't like straight out tell you, and then they'll kind of like, oh, have you tried this? Or like they'll do a lot of hint.
Yeah.
And then they put like in like the spoiler thing. They just like kind of tell you, and it's like, okay. So they're really good about it because like this game, Blueprint specific, is so dense that, like I said, the music sheets. They're like, have you read all the music sheets? And I was like, I did, but I didn't notice it. Like, yeah. And it like was annoying. Like, so if you read the music sheets, one word's bold. That's not the solution to the puzzle. That solution is just point you into the direction of another puzzle.
Yeah.
Once you figure that out, then you have to go find a specific item and then head to a specific location to do his thing. And it's just like, man. But like, yeah, someone was just nice enough to kind of push you. Sometimes you just need a little push in the right direction. Like, oh, have you noticed this? I did notice like there was like these other things too. I just
ignored it.
I look up so much stuff now. And when I'm playing that game, it's like, man, like I'm not gonna wish my brain.
So last week we talked about trends in 2026, like what they would be. But something that we would like to add to some games, like especially if you know if you know that your game's open world, especially if it's open world. You know, a side-scrolling game is not like whatever, but like if your game's open
Mega
world,
Man is pretty straightforward. Go straight.
That's right. Go straight, kill the bosses. But if you have an open world, I mean, it's nice to have a go this way stupid button or like a hey, here's something like or an accessible map. Like I said, there's a map on like for Clear Obscure, there's a map on the main screen. But once you go into a level, the map's gone. There's no map. You're on your own. You're just walking around.
A map. A map's like straightforward. Like you should always have a map.
Some aren't. Some are like designed stupidly, where it's like 3D-ish, and you don't really know where you are. And I hate that so much.
But I was gonna say, also like sort of a game like Castlevania, you can beat the game and not get the real ending. They should at least give you a save point. That way you don't have to fucking replay that damn game.
Like a pivotal point of the game.
Like there's at that crossroad point. It's like, you do this action and you get the bad ending or good ending or this. Like they should at least have that too. Because then, like, I mean, some games are like the whole thing's just based on choices. Like if you make this choice, is that. Mm-hmm. Like Infamous is like that. Like you make choices that kind of steer your path one way or another. But in some games, it's like Castlevania. If you just do one or two steps wrong, then it's like you get the wrong ending. Like you don't want to replay that game. You want to just get you back to that point where it's like, okay, if I had made this decision, then like the split point. Where
how about that then? How about having a save point and have like something called like a pivotal save point?
Yeah,
like one where like it's for sure not you can't overwrite it. It's always gonna be there for you.
Yeah,
and it's called a pivot. It'll call a pivotal save point. And have it be at a place where you could either make or break the way you progress through the game.
Because Final Fantasy VII would say, hey, by the way, you're not gonna be coming back to this area, so
Yeah.
you might want to save right here and re-equip because this is important. Yeah, like obviously it's like spoiler, but it's better for the gamer. And at the end of the day, because like, oh, I should stack up my items, or like
I'll do it once over the area one more time before I move on.
Like move on. Like this area might. Like, it doesn't say this area might not be here, but like, you're not. You might want to do these things because
it'll be a long time before you come back here.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, okay.
So it's like, okay, man, good looking out. Because like, you don't know sometimes. Like you just like enter some stages, like, oh wait, this is the final boss. Like, oh wait, I didn't save I didn't go all those hidden missions I was supposed to do or whatever, or they're gone or whatever.
Accessible, for another like, 2-3 hours. I'm like, fuck, we're longer on that. But yeah, so that was something that was on my mind. I was
gonna say,
play the game. What's up?
And then at the end of the day, I think what we're saying is make games more accessible to some people. Like sometimes some person will play the game and they will land in the right spot every single time.
Yeah,
and they get it, and then some people will not, and it creates a gaming experience that's just horrible for that person.
And you can't be like, oh, well, my game, like, everyone wants to think that their game is gonna be played front to back, just right, one shot, whatever. They know that the person is gonna be so in love with their game that they're gonna play any of the games available in the world.
Yeah,
it's not true. People are gonna stop playing your game. Now, for that, they'll take a pause. They'll play another game. There's choices out there. They'll play on the mobile. They'll play whatever, and then they'll come back to it. But you have to take that into consideration that when they come back to it, you want them to feel like they've never gone and they never left. So here's some updates or some whatever you're doing, or here's objective, or kind of like, again, here's a point in the wrong direction or something.
Or like
make it so like
a glossary, like, oh, you have these 15 bosses, but there's clearly 2 here, like that's missing. Like kind of hints, like, okay, I'm missing this thing here, this thing here,
and they're all like whatever, or they're in this area, whatever. Like how about like they'll say that there's an objective, whatever, but once you've gone past it and you should have done it, it changes to this objective can be located in this area.
Yeah, exactly. Like so it's not spoiling you, but it is to a point like you've gone past it. Like, hey, did you look? Don't forget. That direction? It's just be so helpful. Like that is just like such a helpful thing. Like, or not be helpful.
I'm sure it's easy for us to say, but I'm sure it's easy to program in there. But true, I mean, like,
but I feel like here's what we were just like talking, like we don't design games, but like at some point, like for the creator itself, like if your gaming experience is like I imagine most people don't want their games to be so niche that only some people play it. Like they want people to play it.
Yeah.
And some people just need some people just need a little bit more help to enjoy your game. Like I don't know, like I'm trying to think of an example. Well, yeah, like there's like an easy mode, right?
Yeah.
Because like maybe like a little kid wants to play the game, but like it's just so hard to like. Is that the reason why they shouldn't be able to enjoy the game because it's just not meant for them, or
you got to think more of like, is the rating more for violence and language, or more for like the difficulty of the game?
Yeah. It can be like some games are just like that. Blueprints is like, I can tell you, Blueprints is not for everyone, especially if you're not into solving puzzles.
Yeah.
But there's like, so I'm talking to, again, back to the Blueprints, because that's the thing I've been playing so much of. It's like the mid-game slog. Like once you get past the main objective, like the early objective, I should probably say, of the game.
Yeah.
It's very straightforward, get to from point A to point B. And getting there is a pain in the ass. But once you get there, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
But that part, there's just like this other layer of what, like, it's like a matrix within a Rubik's Cube within a matrix. Like, sometimes even when you know what you need to do, it's still super difficult. And it's like, wait, what am I missing? Like, the other day I took this is a spoiler for Blueprints, but I had a sledgehammer, which is one of the items you get.
Okay.
And I walked past the vase. It's like, oh, you can break the vase. I was like, wait, you can break these vases? I've been playing this game for like 100 hours. I didn't know you could break the vases. And it's only 2 vases you can find out. Yeah, it's only 2 vases you can break, as far as I know.
Yeah.
But it was just like, there's nothing. And maybe one of the hints, because like, so you know how we go through this. I fucking hate reading games, right?
I know.
There was like an encyclopedia of reading in Blueprints, right? Yes. And I got the point where, again, once, because I'm playing on a smaller screen, it's kind of hard to strain my eyes to read things.
Yeah.
So I kind of just skip over everything.
Yeah.
And sometimes the things have pictures that like really makes point out like, oh, this is about this thing. Okay, I should read this.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not. And I just kind of skim over and like, whatever, this has to do some story I've long. So maybe there was a note that somewhere said, hey, you can go break the vases, or I put the shit in the vase. But I must have skipped that. And like, I just happened to be walking by and realized it. I was like, oh, hey, I can do this. But like I said, we're hundreds of hours in this game just to find out I could do something. These vases, you could probably break them on day one if you knew that, right?
Yeah.
But
was there anything inside of them?
Yeah, there's a thing inside of one of them, which is a pivotal thing you need to get to the next step.
Yeah.
Again, and I just had no idea, and I was just like, you gotta be shitting me. And it's just like, yeah. Luckily, the community is very open.
Helpful.
Yeah, helpful. Sometimes they're not. Go through those posts, sometimes they're shitting on people, but for the most part, they're very helpful.
Yeah.
But a game like that, it's not meant for everybody. But there's a game like Cosmic Invasions, like the Marvel game, right?
Yeah.
That is for everybody. And like, if you were stuck like in a puzzle in that game, then they should help you. Or actually, I could think a game, Little Nightmares, is supposed to not be that hard.
Uh-huh.
But there was one puzzle in that game I started like 30 times. I was like, what am I supposed to do? And it really was, I'm just supposed to run across the thing. But I kept running across and dying. I was like, okay, I must be doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Because it was like really dark. And what it was is you're just supposed to run across and try to avoid everything and get together in.
Yeah.
But because I kept running across and dying, I was like, okay, maybe I'm doing this wrong. Or like there has to be something to it. So then I'm running across and like looking for stuff, and I'm still dying. And then I'm trying to run across more carefully. I'm dying. I was like, I just don't get it. And then I looked it up. Sure enough, just run across. Just keep going.
You're good.
But like, if there was something that just clearly said, "Oh, you just need to make it across,"
Yeah.
then I'm like, okay, I'm just not doing this right, or because
Was it a straight run, or did it run and jump? Is it just run?
I don't remember his run and jump, but it was basically I would fall somewhere, and there's a door thing at the very end, and like these things are chasing me, and I just kept dying because I guess I was just doing it bad, or I kept running into stuff.
Yeah.
But I kept doing that to the point I was like, okay, maybe that can't be the solution. Like I keep dying when I'm doing the thing I'm supposed to do. So it's like, what? And I guess maybe it might have even been just my darkness setting was so dark that I couldn't tell that I was hitting things.
Uh-huh.
But it was just like, I just looked it up online, and so I was like, yeah, you just do this, and it was exactly what I was trying. So it's like, once you try that and you fail, then you start second guessing. It's like, okay, maybe I need to do something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just aggravating at the point.
Yep. So that was our little discussion there on this way stupid or objective helps, or ways for their developers to help their gamers, play the game, but as well as come back and feel comfortable coming back to a game after a while of being away, not having to restart.
Yeah, make a game more accessible. Consider that not everyone has the time just to play the game, and even if they do have the time to play the game, they may not. They might just get stuck somewhere. So if it's not super clear, like not everything, like if you sat me in a room, like with a bunch of art photos and say, hey, what do you notice? I may notice something completely different that somebody else notices. And that it could be because my culture is different. Could be because my language is different, because we don't speak the same language. Maybe you grew up differently. Maybe because I'm older and he's younger. Like there's some things like I might not get it. Like, if someone told me 6, 7, I would stare at them like, what?
Or 8, 9, 10.
yeah. But like somebody else, like, oh, I get it. That's that meme. And it's that thing where it's like, there's just so many differences between people that maybe that thing that's obvious to somebody else is like completely oblivious for somebody else. And so that's the, help everyone out. Like there's going to be a point where it said like Dead Space is like, oh, you're just like you said, the caves. Like Dead Space is like that too. You can visit a bunch of areas and they all look the same. Like the medical area, and then like this area with all this, they start to look the same, and they just kind of melt together. And it's like, okay, if it's not something that says, oh, have you tried going in this direction? Like, oh, duh. It's like you might just be literally going in circles. Remember we were playing Silent Hill? We were just running around. We were at some point we were just literally running in circles. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Yep. And that was the boss battle, right?
Yeah, and that was the final boss battle. It was frustrating because like we kept getting chased down and killed, but it was like I don't get. I think we looked it up online. Like what we were supposed to do. It's like
you had to go hit every single objective.
It was like these 6 puzzles we were supposed to solve.
Yeah.
But it was like while being like chased down this thing on monster. Like I think we were playing like for like an hour or 2, and I was like I don't know what else we're supposed to do. Yeah,
we had to find different ways. Go here because it's quicker in here. You cut across here, and like you had to find shortcuts to get places.
And it was just like the most frustrating thing was like, okay, well, I'm at this point. I'm just done because this experience has now become
the first time
frustrating.
you were like, we're done. Like, yeah.
I was like I said, at that point, I was like, I don't care. I'm like, you've drained the funness of this thing I was enjoying. I was like, now it's more of an act of futility than an enjoyment at that point. I was like, yeah. Anyway.
All right. Well, if you feel the same way, hit us in the comments below and let us know what's going on. If you're on YouTube, if you're listening to us on iTunes or following us on Spotify, please do so. If you're not already, go ahead and in the comments below, please let us know about your situations with games in that same way. We are here Monday, Wednesday, Friday with new videos. Monday and Wednesday, we do national gameplay videos, reviews, whatever. And Wednesday, we do our podcast Gameoration, which you're listening to right now. And we shall see you guys later.
Peace.